Hello everyone, welcome to Fijian investment trader known as Fijian Traders. This is Mr. Singh. Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA. Folks, a lot to cover on the fundamental portfolio, and as mentioned in my previous video, I did mention about the downtrend coming in and then to see a double bottom coming also, whereas we may be trading sideways because we have traded here around here before we had the breakout. But there is a big but on that. The reason is behind that because of first speaking up, and I have a lot to cover. But what we did today looks so great in terms of a recovery. What a recovery today. We had definitely missed the loading up shares today because it was very volatile because of Fed's uh, department speaking today and closing up to the 2 day meeting they had, and is tomorrow is the day they're going to talk about it, and that's why I was very skeptical about it to load more shares. Doesn't mean that I am not investor with Marathon Digital. I am still an investor. I did sold all my shares and started back again a new one because I wanted to lock my profit once we had that big dip came in. Also, what we had today came low of $17.40, high of all the way to $19, and we came right up here around $19 and 50 cents around here at the market. But let's talk on the technical side a little bit later. We're going to cover the fundamentals what we had today. SP 500. So a couple news I want to cover. What was the reason why we had this roller coaster? So SP 500 index in the morning was up, Dow Jones was up, but we had this pullback came, but the broader market was higher than this afternoon. The market was focused on 2 day FOMC meeting begins today. The market expects the Fed to leave its 5.2% to 5.5% federal target range unchanged. Unchanged. This is a big one. They will all look newly updated Fed projections, outlook, and to interest rate cuts. The market will so comment from Mr. Fed Chairman Mr. Powell's press conference on Wednesday, conclusion meeting for the future direction of the Fed policy. So very, very important when he's going to speak about it, and that depends what time you're looking at it. In Pacific time, you're looking at around at 10 o'clock. So something to very, very keep an eye moving forward. Also, Bitcoin was down more than -6% in 2 weeks, as low of signs of a long liquidation pressure. The Glacial Bitcoin Trust, the world's biggest exchange trade fund ETF, is posted a 643 million outflow on Monday, more since its converted ETF on 11. So keep an eye. People locking shares, taking it out. So it's very common in that. The market are discounting the chances for its negative 25% B rate cut at 1% for Tuesday and Wednesday and FOC, and 9% of the following meeting on April 30th to May 1st, and the 60% on the meeting of June 11 and 12. So a lot of movement coming up. Also, today is the Bank of Japan voted 272 scrap of yield curve control program and the end of negative interest of it sets new policy range between 0 to 0.1, shifting from the negative 0.1% short-term investment rate. So I'm not going to go too much on that. It simply is about the interest rate and how it's affecting, because it does affect the economy's growth and as well as companies' growth. Also, a little bit on the interest rate. 10-year interest T Jones in the morning for 9 sticks. 10-year T-note yield is down -2.6. So something to keep an eye, because a lot is going to matter how Mr. Fred is going to, Jerry Powell is going to talk about it on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, around at 10 o'clock in Pacific time. Depends where you're at. Portfolio, nothing changes. I didn't load up any shares. Still keeping 2,000 shares. Still have my call options. Yes, folks, I'm still on the negative, on a little bit on my negative on the call options, but I'm a hefty investor, over $50,000 on Marathon Digital Holdings, and my plan is to add another 2,000 shares, which I will be adding tomorrow. See how the market reacts, Mr. Feds, when he speak tomorrow, because definitely what is heading it should be a unchanged percentage, which means market is going to be very volatile and pushing the price a little bit higher than that. So buckle up, fasten your seatbelt, because tomorrow on the technical side we got to cover a lot of things on the technical side. On the 5 day, we're going to shift the gear to quickly on the 5 day. and we're going to talk about why we've been struggling, right? So I'm going to shift it. Something wrong with my chart. Make sure that I am looking at correctly. um, Yes, so shifting it, you can look at it how we kind of rose all the way from $17.40. $17.30 was my support level, didn't even came in play. But on today, we are made some very high grounds all the way up high to $19.23. We're gonna shift the gear to 1 month, and why I am still bullish. Why did I came back? Because we broke out this downtrend pattern, was coming all the way down here, and if I kind of extend my line right all the way right up here, you can clearly see that we kind of break down, and now we'll be trading sideways. It's okay to say sideways because $21 and for 12 cents it is the where is our next resistance level sitting, even though mine is $22.87. $22.80, it's a clear indication for an uptrend pattern and a breakout pattern again for Marathon Digital Holdings, our beautiful ticker symbol MARA, and that is going to be happening. So that's why I'm going to keep as my resistance level at $22.87, then $24.39, $27.66, and $30.40, because time and time they acted as a support. Now it's going to become a resistance. So the blue line, which is my 60-day EMA, it is sitting at $19.09, which we closed it today. But we got to break. We got to break. We got to break $21.12, because once we start trading in between these two channels, which I can clearly see that now this is going to be a new trading channel between all the way to $17.10 and then to around at $21.12 before we had a breakout. But now we'll be trading sideways. We wanted to see that. I was mentioning you guys, I want to see a little bit trading sideways after we dropped from $34.09 all the way to $17. Now this is a new range of investors have come in. The order flow for today, you can clearly see that we are gaining little momentum. A lot of people are coming in and buying it because have sold it, right? Once they have sold it, now this bunch of new investors are coming in. Even some investors who have bought it around $34. Don't beat yourself. Don't beat yourself if you hold all the way to $27. It is gonna come back again to that level. It's just a matter of time, and how Mr. Jerry Powell is gonna speak tomorrow will indicate that. Also on the 6 months that I want to cover with you guys quickly before I let you guys go, we do have this crossover, right? And which is the indication of a downtrend. But when we start trading sideways, RSI, look at our RSI. RSI is came to an oversold territory. Now it's coming back again. MACD, which is beautiful, started green over here, and you can see volume predicts prime. A lot of buying power came in, right? When we had this buying power came all the way up here, you can clearly see that when we had this buying power came in. But volume predicts price, folks. We are not volume as much volume. Love to see the volume that we had right back in February. We need those kind of volumes to have it. And then once, because volume predicts price and will push that price all the way high of over close to $30. But we did struggle to break out the $30 level. On our year to date, you can clearly see that we can't break this $30 level for some reason, and we did struggle a time and time on a big time on that. Let me go back and do our week on that. Actually, let me do the month. It will be more easy for us to kind of grasp it. Here you go. So the month level, you can clearly see that we have kind of breakthrough on that, but we do struggle when we comes to the range of $30 level, that we are big time struggling on that. But when we break out, the $43.93 is going to be the one of the massive resistance to break, because we saw the highs of $83. We did see that a one time ago, and that was not far off in 2021 where we saw that, right? So key things to keep an eye on this week coming on. This week when we're closing it up is, once again, it's going to be very important. We got to break that $21.23. If the interest rate and if there's a cuts happens rising, of we just need unchanged. Okay, we got our next meeting coming up in April 30th to all the way to May 1st, right? And then something that can have a long-term relief for the government and for the investors as well. But if it does have an unchanged, if there's a raises interest rate or the cuts happen, then you will definitely see a pullback on that, because it's not only be Marathon Digital. You're seeing a lot of stocks going to be pulling back during the time, and some of the stocks have been pulling it out quite a lot, right? So And apart from Nvidia, which I'm also invested on, that it did pull back from $974 to all the way to 893. So I like what we see on the sideways trading, but we got to break that at $21.20. So thank you for watching. I really hope you guys had a wonderful day of trading. Be careful on Wednesday because it's very going to be very volatile. And make your choices how you want to trade. Not a financial advisor for me to see what's the news comes in and then where I'm going to load up my Marathon Digital holding stocks for a long term. And this is my goal on that. So thank you for watching it, and next video is coming up, so don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on the notification, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.